Everyone, this season, don't just watch the games, win them with Pez'sPicks.com. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the man himself.
Thank you, Jeff. This is Pez. After years of giving away our picks on Instagram and beating the house, we've launched Pez's Premium Picks, an exclusive data-based picks based on our algorithm that's hit winners for the last 2 years.
Didn't that algorithm get you over 70% picks right in the NFL last year?
That's right, Jeff. Thank you. No gimmicks, just the pick we believe in. We're using the promo code Lock It Up this week on Pez'sPicks.com. After that, we're asking for a small donation to keep beating the house.
That's right. Use the promo code Lock It Up, all one word, for a free week of access at Pez'sPicks.com. That's Pez'sPicks.com. Check it out today.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to Party on Broad. I am your host, Ryan, with Rob. As always, welcome, Rob. How are you, buddy?
Good, man. I guess this has been like the worst 7-day span in Philly sports in a while, but I'm okay. Hanging in.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to come on here. We apologize. We've been away.
Yes.
For a little bit. We've had a bit of a restructuring, I guess, if you will.
Restructuring sounds about
right. Unfortunately, Dibes is no longer with us for right now. He's
not
got
dead. He didn't die.
Yeah, he's got some personal things going on, so he's dealing with all that, and we'll be manning the fort, so to speak, moving forward. So, but we'll let you know any updates or anything that kind of come your way. Maybe we might be bringing some people on. Maybe we might be changing the whole name of the show. Who knows? But either way, we'll be on the Eagles Pinpool Network, talking birds, unfortunately. So I guess first things first, Rob. You mentioned it. It's been a pretty bad couple of weeks.
Yeah,
for Philadelphia sports in general, and definitely for the Eagles losing to Denver. Having them come back and win at home, and then getting embarrassed by the Giants. We're 4-2, so we're the worst 4-2 football team in history of the league.
Yeah.
But I guess what's your recap since last time we were on air? I think we were talking about week 3. So we've been off for a couple of weeks here, but what's your take on the state of this football team? Right.
There's a lot of takes I have. I mean, look, I'm not happy about what's happening. I'm somewhere in between. I'm not, oh my God, it's 2023 all over again. But I'm not, hey, they were at this place last year and then they rebounded. But a lot of that's because I feel like the dissension, something is happening inside of that locker room that is messing with the psyche of the whole team. I don't know what it is. If it's all just A.J. Brown being like a pouty guy, I'm not okay with that. Especially, hey, to all the people like, oh, they have to pass more to win. Oh, their pass offense is thrown for 290 yards the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What has happened? It's not that they have to pass more. It's that they need to be able to do both things better. The offensive line play has not been good. Honestly, even when Jalen Carter was in there, I don't think defensive line play has been very good the last couple of weeks. They're getting run all over. What I think really was upsetting for me on Thursday was how they were just out physicaled. And I didn't think this group, this team, would ever be out physicaled by anybody. Now, listen, the NFL is a weird league. It's a fickle league. I look at this and I say, the Giants have a little spark right now with this Jackson Dart and Scatterboo. And I think the Eagles kind of walked in there with this idea of all they had to do was show up. And they played that way. People say it all the time, and I agree with it. You're not as good as you are when you win. You're not as bad as you are when you lose. We'll see with this team. I mean, No, but it's not. But people forget. Revisionist history is so funny. 2023, when they went down, when everything fell apart, they couldn't do anything. And by the way, they had lousy coaches on offense and defense, not just
defense. Yeah. You're right. And that's, I think, what's most frustrating is there's not a lot of change from one year to the next. And, obviously an offensive coordinator can make a huge difference, but it's almost as if they're just so lost out there. And yes, I do believe a good portion of the pie chart, if you will, is directly Kevin Patullo. I mean, simple fact is, they're getting up to the line with 6-7 seconds every time, and it's not giving Jalen enough time to dissect defense. And say whatever you will about Jalen's ability to dissect the defense, but either way, he's not getting enough time. You combine that with the fact that the offensive line is clearly banged up, and has been all season, which has affected the run game, which, Saquon is now getting hit probably 2 seconds quicker than he was all of last season. And that, I think, is the main problem for this.
Well, yeah. And look, Tyler Steen has not been as good as Mekhi Becton. Landon Dickerson, even before missing games, has just not been himself this year. This game for the Eagles, for every team, you got to win in the trenches first and foremost. I mean, it's that's the simplest thing. The Eagles aren't doing that. I don't think their defensive line has been weird to me, because there's times where they step the hell up and drive after drive, nobody can gain a yard on them. And then there's these times where it's like, my God, they're just getting gashed, like the second half against Denver and really the whole game against the Giants. It's frustrating. I'm of more of the wait and see mindset right now. I'm not ready to put them in 2023. I'm not ready to put them in last year. But I got to say, my concerns really go to the locker room, because when Zadarius Smith even though he's played well, just up and retires today, it
makes me think something happened.
Makes me think that it's getting weird in there.
So do you think this is the curse of C.J. Gardner-Johnson?
I don't think it's the curse of C.J. Gardner-Johnson as much as this is why it's so hard to repeat. Because, we all read A.J. Brown's post after the Super Bowl about how after only a few days he was ready to get back to work. And we all took that at the time as a positive thing.
Yeah.
Well, look at a little twist on that. The team accolade doesn't matter to him. The team win doesn't matter to him. And now he's been, and listen, I thought he handled himself well after the Giants game. I don't care that people are like, oh, he downplayed the meeting. I don't care about all that.
The fact of the matter is, your local, radio hosts are making this, they're literally their main point of their 4-hour shows.
Right. And I'm not saying that there's not an issue there between him and Jalen. There very well may be, but the radio hosts or the rival executives saying there's a problem, that's because the rival executives want there to be a problem. Yeah. The Eagles are the defending Super Bowl champs. Every team that was the Giants Super Bowl. Did you see the way they were acting? And that's how it's going to be week in and week out.
Yeah.
This isn't an easy game for them coming up. I know Minnesota's not great. And
they're banged up. They're Carson Wentz might not be playing. Who knows?
Yeah. But you were going into this game against a Brian Flores defense. And what do they do well? Stop the run. And you really need to get, first of all, Kevin Patullo. I know you watch our podcast, so I'm going to speak to you directly right now. All right. So, Kevin, you can't only run the ball once or twice in the second half again. That has to stop. Right. I understand that they are stopping the run, but early in the Giants game, you were gaining 5 to 6 yards a clip, and then you just went away from it.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about went away from it when you were down 17. I mean, when it was a one-score game.
Right.
That can't happen. You need balance.
It's the fact of the matter is that I don't think he has the skills enough as the game after the 15 scripted plays to be able to dissect the situation, the down and distance, and be able to say, hey, here's the play. I think it's taking him way too much time to get to that. Mm-hmm. And then it gets into the players late. And then by the time it gets to them, Jalen has, they're rushing up to the line and they're hiking the ball with, 0 seconds on the clock. Jalen, you could see that not everybody on the line or the wide receivers, there's usually somebody that isn't completely in on what the play call is, because there's adjustments that need to be made in those 10, 15 seconds before the snap that not everybody's being able to get to.
Mhm.
So I think there's a lot of that with Patullo. I just think he just doesn't maybe understand how a game flow is when it comes to calling plays, because things you do in the first and second quarter help set up things in the third and the fourth.
Yeah.
And I think he doesn't understand that, you know what? Run the ball.
Mhm.
Because even if it's not working, you still need to show the teams that you're not just going to do one thing.
Right.
That's why you don't go away from it. That's why you constantly show multiple plays out of the same look, because that way you keep things fresh. You constantly keep the defense from, oh, well, hey, it could be this, this, or this, rather than, oh, nope, that's definitely a pass. Oh, nope, that's definitely a run. That's what defenses are doing to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And being one-dimensional is making defense's job so much easier. That's why this offense does not look good.
And that's where obviously Patullo gets blamed, but I want to put some blame on the players, because when you're not executing on first down and you're in constant second and third and longs, you're predictable not because of the play calls, because of the situation.
Sure.
If it's second and third and long every time, guess what? You're passing every time. Every time. So there's plenty of blame to go around right now. But here's what people need to look at, I think, if you're looking for any bright spots. Just watch the league. Nobody, specifically in the NFC, is dominant. No one.
Huh?
You can't tell me there's a dominant NFC team. I watched the Rams win by 17-3 yesterday against one of the worst defenses in the league and Snoop Huntley. I watched Green Bay struggle against the 75-year-old Joe Flacco and Cincinnati Bengals at home. Okay? I watched Detroit go into who everybody said was the dead Kansas City Chiefs and get smacked in the mouth. And go to the AFC right now, as we speak. The Buffalo Bills are trailing to the Atlanta Falcons 27.
Yeah. What the hell is happening?
So
I'm so mad right now.
Yeah. So the league as a whole, I think, is I have not seen a dominant team. Like, yeah, the Buccaneers are the only team in the NFC with one loss. But, man, they're hanging by the skin of their teeth.
And who beat them?
Yeah. They're hanging by the skin of their teeth every game. And
the San Francisco 49ers are 4-2.
Yeah.
And they have literally lost every decent player except Christian McCaffrey.
Uh-huh. And
I heard they're all being sacrificed.
I heard a former player on the radio today, and he said those teams like the Bucs that are winning by the skin of their teeth, they tend to fall off later on.
Yeah.
And ask the 23 Eagles. Remember, every game was a skinny.
Every game was what we were like.
And I know that people are saying,
didn't look great, but at least we won.
Yeah, I know people would say, well, that's what we were doing this year. But it was different because your defense was shut it. Now, if this defense can't get right, then all bets are off.
Yeah. Brandon chimes in real quick. Emmanuel Acho had a great video showing how predictable our run game is. Yeah, unfortunately, you said the magic word Emmanuel Acho, so that immediately discredits anything.
I want to know what happened to the outside zone runs. Why are they trying to force everything up the middle? Like those little outside runs where, He
did it a couple of times the last couple of weeks, and they were the ones that actually worked.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, look, it was a great – God, I got to hope that this is not that Quignon's okay.
Yeah. Brett Eclipse brings up a great point.
They said anything about Quignon's injury?
No, I haven't heard a thing, and that scares the shit out of me.
They're going the Sixers route and just staying calm.
It's just not saying anything until the last second.
Goddamn thing.
If Q is out, we're absolutely screwed because the defensive line has been subpar. The D tackles have not been great. Jalen Carter has not lived up to the all-world hype that we have all hyped him up to be.
No.
The other guys have not lived up. Jordan Davis has done well.
Well,
Moro Joma
had done well, but
last couple games he
Last
hasn't.
couple
Right.
games, him and Moro Jomo both have fallen off.
Looked god awful.
Yeah.
The linebackers are the best things that we got.
Who would have thought that?
And now that we had we have a player retire midseason with an already thin position, we're not getting Nolan Smith back soon.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are we doing? We got Uche, Ojulari, Hunt, and Brandon Johnson, Patrick Johnson as our edge. That's gross.
Oh my God.
It's not good. It is not good. Brad chimes in. Kevin Batula will be like, wow, that run play was really effective. Let's never run it again. Yeah, that's.
No, and this next comment that he made, Zach Bond had a terrible game against the Giants, but that was the first game that he did not play well.
Yeah, he did. He did have a bad game against the Giants, but I'm not ready to say he's falling back down to earth.
But now, someone brought this up. And I know you're not going to like this, Ryan. You're not going to like it when I say it. You're going to hate it. Nakobe Dean is now off a pup.
Yes.
You are struggling on the edge.
I know. I know where you're already going with it. Move.
And I'm not even saying you move him there.
But no, not full time. But you throw him in there.
But you have all three of them on
a little bit of a rotation, right?
Yeah. And you get him in a rotation.
Either that, or you truly have to run a 3-4 and throw the linebackers, the three linebackers, truly out there. Again, this is all predicated on Q being out there, so you could have Coop being your nickel, and God, as you
Ringo and Adoree Jackson stink.
Well, okay. I feel like Ringo at least had the one game where he was decent.
Well, if you're asking me to choose between the two, okay. I'll give Ringo the...
Because Adoree Jackson has had more chances and has done so much worse.
Like, I don't know why this team wasn't in on Newsome.
I mean, that was a perfect example. And who knows, maybe how he was. They need to be on somebody. Brad again. Could you imagine where this team would be right now if Dallas was willing to give us Micah? That would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'd be down with that.
So, look,
we could give them Moro Jomo.
A lot of people are looking at this game against Minnesota and pinning it as this has to be the moment. I'm not even there yet. This is a game that I look at and say, I don't need a pretty win. I need you to win by any means necessary. But like, if it's an ugly win, I'm not upset with that.
No, I'm not either. But I think above all else, yes, win. But I would love there to be some signs of hope that the offense, even if for a little bit, was figuring it out, or this defense was getting back to the level they were playing at towards the end of last year.
Well, see, so I look at it this way. Turnovers will kill you. We have not witnessed this team turning the ball over that much.
No, that was the first interception by Hurts last week.
But twice they are driving down the field, getting anything they want. Hurts throws the pick. The next drive, AJ Dillon fumbles the ball after, trying to.
Can I just say, I think what's more annoying than anything is the simple fact of the matter that our return game is so piss poor. I mean, we have we signed Gibson. We have Kobe. Just throw those guys back there. I don't want to see AJ Dillon anywhere near.
Are they on the practice squad still? Guys like that?
Yeah.
Gibson is?
Yeah. Bring them up because your return game is so atrocious.
Well, that was one of the first times. I mean, he's always animated, but they had a replay of Sirianni right after Bigsby fumbled the ball. And he was
sure. I mean, talk about right now how excited we all were for that trade and just the complete opposite of how well that has worked. I am furious that we gave up 2 picks for this bum.
It's And the shame of it was the way the game started against Denver. I'm watching that game going, oh my God, man. They boom, boom, boom. Hey, right down the field.
Yeah, I was like,
It's
what
the
was that?
Giants. First drive. Boom, boom, boom. And then I just don't understand. And it can only be that Patullo doesn't know how to adjust. And
No,
I
clearly not.
understand. Look, the Eagles made a mistake again. They let their coach pick their buddy to be the coordinator, and it's blowing up in their face again.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I mean, I think another week of this, he has to get demoted now, right? You were literally taking one of the best offenses in the game last year, and you were putting them now in the bottom 5.
Yeah.
And it whether it's fair or not, it is 100% on you right now.
Well,
it's not fair to say 100%, but you're going to be the one getting the blame. That's for sure.
I think the question is, what do you do though? Do you give Sirianni play calling? Because that wasn't great.
Brad says, if you could tell me that when that does that, you could tell me that the Eagles could only win one of their next 2 games, that I could pick which one. I'd say the Giants rematch easily. I'd like to survive against Minnie.
Well, I agree from a divisional standpoint. Now that you've lost to the Giants, you're 1-1 in division that, you were hoping 4 to wins were 2 Giants, 2 Cowboys, and that didn't happen. So, yes, you cannot lose both times to the Giants. If you lose both games to the Giants, you might as well quit the season now.
Yeah. For all of Howie's talents, some evil witch definitely cursed him forever, having bad in-season acquisitions. Yeah, his in-season ones have not been great lately.
He better get one here soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the simple fact of the matter is they need a corner. They need an edge.
Yeah.
Maybe they could use a D tackle.
But you're not going to get everything in season. So you got to get the corner first, and in the hopes that Nolan Smith is back in 2 more games, whatever it is.
Yeah, hopefully he's hopeful. Honestly, hopefully he's back for the.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a weird place to be when you're 4-2. It's the first time you've lost back-to-back games in 2 years, but I'm not ready to give up on the season yet.
No, of course not. Of course,
but there are people that are already there.
It's confusing when you go from the high of highs all the way to the low of lows in the span of a few weeks here. It's just infuriating.
Yeah.
Brad says, I think Nick's play calling in 2021 was better than whatever the hell Patullo is doing. Can we trade for Mike McDaniels to be the OC?
Don't think that works.
We'll probably just have to wait for him to get fired.
Yeah, which will be soon.
It probably will be.
But,
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
It's frustrating, but,
Jaden Daniels, see? Right? Like, here's the thing. Jaden Daniels just threw a terrible red zone interception.
Oh, that's right. The other game's already on.
A terrible red zone interception. Like, atrocious. Had the guy wide open. I don't even know how he makes his throw. Guy's 4 yards beyond Brisker. So that's why I say, I know people are upset, but there are 0 dominant teams in this league right now. 0.
Yeah.
As Atlanta's trying to go up 28-7, but before the half.
Dude, I'm so beyond mad. I have a like a pick'em pool.
Yeah.
And it's the one where you weight it. So you give 16 to the one you think is.
So we do this too. And I had Buffalo at 8 out of 10.
Oh, see, I had them at 13 and then I had Washington as a 12. Now, if both of those happen, I then would jump into first place out of an 80-person thing. I'd jump into first place.
Okay.
But fucking Buffalo is sucking some serious.
You know what? Yeah, this is pretty brutal.
It's.
Oh well, Atlanta just went for it on 4th down and did not get it, so now Buffalo's got a chance to go score.
Huzzah!
And this is where Josh Allen absolutely goes right down the field.
I would love nothing more than that.
I agree with what Brett is saying here.
Oh, yeah.
Not that one.
You got it.
That
There
one.
we go.
Yep. Well, look, I want to know. I want to know if you think they win Sunday.
I honestly think they have a great chance to, because again, who's the quarterback in Minnesota?
Yeah. Are they saying that
It could be the third stringer dude.
that Wentz may not play?
Yeah, Wentz may not play.
Okay. And JJ's definitely out, right? JJ McCarthy's definitely out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So it's either Wentzy or Rando, dude.
I don't. This is a really sad show for us to come back on.
I know, it really is.
We're just miserable. We are very miserable at this point. Does he catch that? Nope.
I don't know.
No, he does not. Because it bounced.
So, all right. Before we get to the Minnesota game, right now, gun to your head, what's the one thing you do? You only have one move. What's the one thing that you do to fix as much as possible the Eagles, get them onto the right track?
I believe that the offense can right itself because of the amount of talent on it. So I am going and getting myself a secondary corner, especially now that you have no idea how long Quignon's out.
Yeah. I mean, that's scary.
Hamstrings are tricky.
Yeah, sure is.
So
I know Denzel Ward's name has certainly been thrown around.
Well, they're saying that people are expecting this to be a crazy trade deadline in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, so
someone brought this up today too, and I wanted to see what you thought.
Fire Patullo or sign CJGJ.
Makuba has not been bad.
Listen, you're right. Makuba the last couple of weeks has been bad.
He's had a couple bad moments, but I also think he's been involved in quite a few plays too.
He has. So, and again, I think that's just normal rookiness. Like, we're so used to rookies coming out of the gate and being these amazing things that we forget that, like, they're learning how to play at a different speed and different size of people. And, and you're doing this as a professional now.
Mm-hmm.
And
firing coordinators mid-season, and then you're really in 2023. See how well that goes. What I think is, and I lost my train of thought because somebody, the Bengals season is pretty much dead in the water, right?
Hendrickson?
Do you revisit?
Myles Garrett certainly was talking a little bit after his loss last week.
Was he now?
Yeah, or yesterday, I should say.
Interesting.
So I think if you're up for a splash, wow, I can't believe they didn't call a flag on that one. If you're down for a splash, I think the splash move would be at edge. I don't think there's necessarily that much of a
there's not a splash corner.
Splash at corner. I mean, you never know. Obviously, people become available, and stranger things have happened, but damn it, Buffalo, you suck.
Listen, I don't know. To say that Makuba is the biggest issue on the defense seems a bit much. He's been a massive liability is a bit much. Okay, his bad moment gave up a bad TV. Guess what?
He did.
His best moment won the game for you against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
So this is a rookie. You take the good with the bad when you play a rookie. Justin Simmons still hasn't signed, so that tells me
he's
that
cooked.
He's cooked.
He's cooked.
He is absolutely cooked. So
There's
I would
no other reason
with Makuba right now, because guess what? Some of those plays that we're just blaming Makuba, there's other guys involved out there. Sidney Jones has been on the field way more than not Sidney Jones, Sidney Brown, because they're the same, has been on the field for some of this stuff. I mean, Reed hasn't been great this year.
No, I think you look around and I think, Reed hasn't been great. I think, somebody had obviously mentioned with Bond, I don't think he's playing at the highest of high levels he did last year, but he's still playing really good.
Yeah, he had one really bad game.
Your D-line has been pretty bad. In fact, Brad asked any potential for a DT out there. Tackle depth has been an underrated issue too. It absolutely has. I think they have been the biggest issue on the line. I don't know. There's a lot of issues. Let's put it that. And 6 of one, half done in the other. You pick your poison. Whether you go CB2, whether you go D tackle, whether you go edge, whether you go safety. Even if it's to bring in some help.
Yeah.
Like a Simmons or CJ, which again, I don't think either of those.
CJ's on a practice squad, so
yeah, but we could sign him to the.
Yeah, I just listen. Obviously, there's something going on with that man's psyche because he's just getting dropped left and right now. You already have a team that is struggling with the mental side of things. I don't know if bringing a CJ GJ changes that.
No, I think that would make a already volatile locker room
more volatile.
Tip over. Wasn't a great play by Makuba versus the Chiefs. Kelsey dropped it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he still had to catch the ball.
He still had to catch it.
He still had to return the ball.
Joseph a free agent.
That's what people do. Like they hone in. The problem is the line play on both sides of the ball more than anything. Both lines have sucked. That needs to change.
No, apparently he's currently with the Buffalo Bills. Linval Joseph.
In the league.
And who knew? 37 years old. Is number 93. I don't know if he's like active roster or.
This long break has been the worst possible thing coming off of 2 losses because this town and then the Phillies losing too. This town is just
this town right now is just you could cut the tension with a knife.
Yeah.
For the first time I think in I don't know 20 years, I think I went 2 days without wearing a Phillies or an Eagles hat.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I needed the break.
It was hard.
It was hard. It was a tough time. The way they lost the Phillies, the way the Eagles lost, watching them, the Denver Broncos just come back at them at home, that was the rough ride home. And then, to say, we got a couple of days, hey, maybe the Phillies will make it a twofer. It'd be great. Oh, that's awesome. They did. We got 2 games and they both lost.
Flyers lost their season opener.
And Flyers lost. Yeah, that was a triple loss. and then they lose. Well, no, first they win. The next game, OT game winner that got called off. Yep. And then they lose OT winner. I was like, wow.
Can't make this crap up.
This is perfect.
Can't make this crap up.
Cannot make this crap up. So.
We have found our way back to.
There you go, Rob. Don't worry. The Sixers will save
Brandon. Although they frustrate the hell out of me. They're all, well, we don't know. And then they go to a scrimmage, and what happens? Joel Embiid's out there dominating the basketball floor. I can't.
Brad, that's a great. Who sacrificed the Phillies for a Super Bowl win?
We all did.
I think we all chose that one. Pretty. How does Atlanta have the ball again? Son of a bitch.
This is like, I'm telling you, right? Like,
here we are. I can't even again, I needed the Bills and the Commanders to win.
I really hope the Bills come back because I need over 49.
Well, I also need Cook to get over 50 yards rushing.
And I either need Bill in the Commanders game or a Dunze to score the first touchdown.
Oh, boy.
The Dunze, I win a lot more money, so kind of hope it's him. But
well, there you go. I hope he is. Although Washington does have the ball.
Yes, they do.
So, all right. Anyway,
let's moving forward here.
Let's move forward. Let's go to this Vikings game. We'll do what we kind of usually do, and give me one matchup: Eagles offense versus the Vikings defense.
I notice is like boring. It's the trenches. Can the Eagles offensive line get enough of a push so that the Eagles can have enough semblance of a running game that the balance can look good and they can get into a rhythm, run for 4 yards here, pass for 3 yards here, run for, whatever the hell it is to get it done. Oh, my God. They fumbled the football.
Who did?
Washington.
Did they? No, you must be ahead of me. I was really hoping it was Atlanta.
And Chicago's got it.
Was it Bill?
It actually was Bill.
Oh, no.
Which is fine because now Chicago can.
No, Doomsday can go and score the.
Go get him a Doomsday. Anyway, so I'll go there. I'll stick with the lines, but from the offensive side, because I expect if Carter's in there, the defense to be slightly better than they were against the New York Giants.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly out. All right. That's for sure.
So we'll see what. But I think for the Eagles, they got to get back to being able to run the football.
Yeah. No, I kind of agree. There's that run game versus the Vikings pass rush or run defense. I personally think that the run game, you fix the run game. However that comes to fruition, whether it be getting healthy on the line, whether it be schematically, whether it be play calling, mixing up in and inside, outside runs, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a noticeable difference. Not only is it noticeable on the TV, it's noticeable from the stands, which I think says more than anything. That if I'm noticing something when I'm at the game, that means it's a problem.
Yes.
Like Saquon is immediately getting hit. He's not getting that time, the few seconds before getting hit. But you fix that. I think you fix this offense because then you can have a nice mix. Did they just intercept the ball?
They
Josh
did.
Allen, what are you doing?
Well, I put my hands in my head. He can't even see. This was such a Brett Favre pick.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Guys are all over him, and he just fires it in the triple coverage.
Yeah, at least the Flyers are winning.
There you go. Maybe I'll put them on in a bit.
All right. What is one thing Eagles defense versus Vikings offense that you're looking for?
It's going to be the Eagles corners. Especially, look, Quignon's hamstring makes me think he's not going to play.
Yeah.
It's scary, man. It's really, really scary.
Yeah.
If they have to go into this game with Keely Ringo, Jacorian Bennett. Oh, no, they can't. Bennett's on IR.
Yeah, Bennett's.
So Keely Ringo,
Keely, Adoree, and then Coop.
And Coop. You almost have to put Coop on an island with Justin because you can't trust the other two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, I think for
that
me,
happens. I don't know if I can watch the game.
Yeah, it's going to be the Eagles pass rush.
Yeah.
They absolutely need to get at whoever the quarterback's going to be. I feel like that's one thing that we really, and that's a lot of things that, you could see in this defense that they're blitzing a lot more. He barely blitzed last year, and he's blitzing a lot. And I think he has to, considering what he has. And, again, we lose another, edge rusher, this time to retirement. So the rest of the guys got to step up. They got to get to the quarterback. They got to make that quarterback's life a living hell. It's just plain and simple. It has to. It has to. So, yeah, if they even want a semblance of a chance to win. So, that being said, what is your prediction and your MVP for the game?
If Quignon doesn't play, I don't know. I don't know how they win. I don't know how they stop them. Even if they score, I'm going to go until the Eagles show me they can put together a game and look like a team again. I can't pick them. I'll go 30-24 Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. I'm going to say 24-17 Minnesota.
I don't like Mr. Negative Ryan. I've never seen Mr. Negative Ryan.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I need for them to just show that they're the team that I think that they are.
Yeah.
And they just haven't. They just haven't.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
That's right. I'm with you.
Prove me wrong. What are your MVP?
MVP Carson Wentz. Jordan Mason. My God.
You are
no time on the clock.
Dang it.
They run a slant
Oh, get him! Get him! Did they really just score a touchdown with no time left? Holy Jesus.
Go with Dunze. That wasn't a Dunze anyway. It was DJ Moore. Come on, man. Why are you trying to run it in? He steps out of bounds.
Did he?
He steps out of bounds at the half-inch line.
Yes!
I don't think it's going to count.
Yes! Sorry. We're getting way too. This generally has to be the worst rushing offense we've had since that dumpster fire of the 2020 season. Hoping Statland has something figured out over the mini bye. Yeah, well, same. I miss absurd. We are going to win every game by 20, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, where'd you go?
I'm sorry. I wish I could be that guy.
And Caleb Williams ruins me.
Oh yeah, he does. What a bum.
Throw the ball, you loser.
So I'm curious to see if there was any time left when he stepped out of bounds.
No, the time was out well before that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well, he definitely stepped out before no touchdown. Listen, Brad, I apologize. I'll just
get your head together, will you?
Just in a Philly sports funk. I'm sitting here watching the frickin' Brewers and the Dodgers.
I don't know how you're even watching that.
Yeah, well, I kind of don't have a choice. It makes you pick like 4 things.
See, I only get 2. I got my 2 boxes up right now.
Well, I was able to delete something, so at least I had. Oh, okay, they did call that. Thank God. All right, so there's still a shot for Buffalo. Not a good one, but
you got? All right.
Anyway, so listen.
Well, that's it. We'll have more energy after the Eagles.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a really piss poor time to come back. My
God, what the hell were we thinking?
What were we thinking? My God.
Just taking another week off.
We really should have. So yeah, so we got, things coming, again, we might be playing around with a new name because again, we want to, kind of feels weird not having Dives here with us.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe Dives eventually comes back and that's great. And maybe we could kind of just save the name for that time. But either way, we got some things coming, so stick with us. Thanks again for everybody on the Eagles Pinpoint Network for being patient with us. And obviously you guys watching and right now, appreciate everybody on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or X. Appreciate that. But yeah, we'll be coming back now on a weekly basis. Still attitude. Up in the air about Armchair Scouts. I'm still trying to figure that one out because I kind of need somebody to do the show with me. So, but I'll get that figured out. But I don't know, Rob, anything to say before we gracefully go out into this night?
Let's try and stay positive, Philly. We ain't dead yet, baby. We ain't dead yet.
We definitely ain't dead yet. It's just, again,
I just can't believe Ryan picked against the Eagles.
I know. And it was bound to happen. I think I was like 372 games in a row.
Yeah, very, very depressing to hear you say that. But
well, listen, it's not just the fact that they're losing; it's how they're losing, and it almost seems like we're the only ones that can see it, and the Eagles can't. And I know that's ridiculous, and I know that's not true, but something's got to give. Some change has to be made. Whether it's Petullo.
Someone needs to talk to you.
Yeah. My kid is trying to FaceTime me. Okay.
In the show and FaceTime him.
Not getting the memo. Yikes. Anyway, why don't we end this so I can get on that?
Yes, do that.
Appreciate you guys joining us back again for our inaugural re-debuting or whatever the heck you want to call it. But yeah, we'll get this thing figured out. Rob, anything to add before we pop out of here?
No, go talk to your son, damn it.
Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Go Birds. And God willing, we'll be able to talk about a Victory Monday here next week. So, all right, everybody. Have a good night. See ya. It would help if this thing worked.
I was just saying, how does the show end?
I don't know.
We're new, guys.
There we go.